For our last example in section 7.1, I want to remind you about a couple of special cases when you use elimination, or substitution for that matter, but just special cases where you either will end up with no solutions or infinite solutions for a system that you're trying to solve. I'm going to use elimination as my process for both of these because it's, again, quickest and easiest. And we'll just see what happens to a system that has no solutions, which we're saying is this first one. Now I'm going to go through the same process as before. I'm going to try to get opposites on something. So maybe I'll just pick out the 2x and the negative 3x. Least common multiple on those is going to be 6. So I'm going to multiply the first one by 3, and then the second one by 2. So when I do that, multiply to every number in those equations. My first one, I get 6x minus 12y equals negative 30. And then in my second equation, looks like I get negative 6x plus 12y equals negative 42. When I add those together, notice that, so the 6x's, we intended for those to drop out, but now the negative 12y and 12y also drop out. So this side ends up being everything equal to 0. This side is negative 72, or really it doesn't matter what number that is. We know that 0 is never equal to negative 72, and so therefore that system has no solutions because this just doesn't make sense. Now in this other one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to try to isolate one of the variables by eliminating. Let's again go with the x's. That means I need to multiply this first one by 2. The second one I'm going to leave as it is because they'll both be 4's then. So this will be 4x minus 2y equals 6. Now I add these two together and notice that these are gone, so that's 0 on the left-hand side, and then negative 6 plus 6 is also 0. That is a true equation, although it doesn't really do much for us. So what that's going to tell us, if this is always true, then no matter what the x and y combinations, these are going to be the same. And if you'll notice, these are just multiples of each other, so they're really just the same equation. That means it has infinite solutions.